Hello everyone, welcome to another Table Talk unboxing. Today we're going to be taking a look at a couple of two-player games. Uh, let's get started. Um, so yeah, we have a lot of games that need unboxing. Today we're going to take a look at some two-player ones. A lot of these we got on sale. So let's start with this one because it's in a strange box. It's a cozy game of mystical geometry called Lacuna? I don't know. It looks pretty, pretty, and I thought we'd take a look at it. Oh, this is, oh, and this says you can learn to play in 1 minute if you take a look at that QR code. It's 2 players, 10 minutes. Let's take a look at what's inside. Based on that picture, though, I'd say probably a mat of some kind. Oh. Okay. Double lid. The hole. I wonder, maybe like a giant dice thing? Interesting. Okay, so this is the rule book. We got the QR code again. Interesting. So we got a lot of pictures going on in here. The whole rule book is roughly 23 pages, but as you see, the last couple pages are credits. Maybe some FAQ back here too. Can I move the flower slightly to make space for my pawn? What counts as unblocked street? So yeah, some questions in the back. What else we got? Spare flowers if you lose one. Appreciate that. Ooh. Got something metallic. Always like metal components. Those are always cool. Ooh, what are these? Look like trophies. So you have some golds and silver trophies. Are they different? No, they're all the same. So all the silver's all the same, all the gold are the same. Clearly this is you do accomplish a thing, I would imagine, and then they have point values. Let's see what else we got in here. We have that beautiful mat that was illustrated on that photograph. It's just a big black, almost like an abyss of sorts. With a bunch of wrinkles in it. I'm going to fold this and try to stuff it in there a little bit nicer. A bunch of flowers around the border, which is pretty cool. And it's got this blue ring, which represents the play area. And of course the name of the game on all the sides. It's a very nice fabric board. Pretty nice. We have metal components in this fabric board. So far, so good. We have a ruler of sorts. If you can see it, it's transparent, so some kind of measuring device. And then that's it in here. Last is this bag of components with a little tear tab. Later, all the flowers that the spare ones mentioned. We have various colors and we have various shapes. And let's see if we have a pink one, a blue one, green one, orange, or reddish orange, a lighter orange color, and we have a teal one, I think, no, and a purple one. I think that's all the colors. Looks like about 7. We got some not so perfectly cut ones, but that's what happens when you have wooden wooden pieces. They get kind of chipped and stuff. But yeah, we got all these pretty flowers, uh, the board, the ruler, and these trophies. And some spares, which is much appreciated. That has been a look at, excuse me, Lacuna. Go ahead and pick this guy up. Put all these back in. And we'll take a look at another game. Let's take a look at, I guess, Iliad. It's a Reiner Knizia game, which we are fans of. We like Reiner Knizia. I think that's how you pronounce it. Not 100% sure. I'll just stuff that in there for now. Put that on the side. Let's take a look at this one. This one's roughly 30 minutes to play. Of course, 2 players. Ages 10 and up. This one seems to be themed around the Trojan War. Has begun at both sides of the conflict. Pursue every advantage they can possibly gain to two opposing heroes, Hector of the Trojans and Achilles of the Greeks, seeks the favor of the gods to lend them support and tip the scales of fate. Only one side will emerge victorious, its hero becoming the legend of the Iliad. So, yeah, let's see. The list of components on the back I saw as I flipped it. We have, of course, a QR code. Watch the video here. It looks like Bitewing games, and it is number 1 of the Mythos collection. Something else I noticed on the board. A box. Looks about 7 pages, 7, 8 pages. Bitewing games. Why do they sound familiar? Ah, yes, they had Trailblazers. They came out with. I wonder if this is before or after them, because I didn't know about them before Trailblazers. Thought they were relatively new, but of course, a silica pack. Gotta keep things dry. We have the board, which is fabric, and it is kind of a checker pattern here with the red and blues, like the fabric. We have a canvas bag with like a map situation on it, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we got the Trojan horse up here, and then we have I think this is Italy and Greece, maybe. I can't remember, because this looks like this is Sicily and maybe not. But then yeah, they're double-sided and with things going on, right? Oh no, okay, it's just mirrored. It's just mirrored. We have some punch boards. These punch out pretty nice. I'm not really sure what these are. Through the components list here, we have cloth board, blue Hector tiles, and red Achilles tiles, and then success tokens and success token bag. Like that. Yeah, okay, these seem to be punching out pretty nicely. Yep. I don't know if I need to do every page, but I am. Something. Yep, well, punched out pretty good. And this seems to be it for the Iliad. Are these tiles fit on here? Yeah. So I wonder if it plays, like abstract strategy, you would imagine, for like chess or something, chess checkers situation. And we got 2 bags. That has been the Iliad by Reiner Knizia. Not too much stuff going on there. let's check out Headspin. This one is ages 12 and up. We have 15 minutes, and of course 2 players. Let's see, this is puzzling family game where the only quickest minds and fastest fingers can claim victory. Looks like a brief how-to play on the back here. Solving the puzzle shown on the card. Twist and turn your spinner to show the answer. And then be the first to lock in your answer by slamming your spinner on the landing pad. Featuring 200 puzzles in 10 different categories. It says you can add extra spinners to include more players. Sold separately. I wonder if this has a solo mode. Just solve the puzzle. And then I guess if you knew that, then you would know all the puzzles for the game. Sorry if that was a bit loud. Let's see. 20 to 30 minutes on the... Wait, what? It says 15 minutes here. Then up here it says 20 to 30. That is an interesting discrepancy. Never seen that on a board game before. We have what looks like to be the rule pamphlet. Is it different languages? No, this is kind of explaining the cards and then how to play, which is pretty small. That means it's going to be pretty easy, I think, to at least grasp the game. We have some tokens here. Rah. We have first and second. First, second tokens. I'm assuming it has to do with grabbing the first one if you are first to accomplish the puzzle. We have the puzzles. We have shifty squares. Puzzle 20 to 21, 20, 12. So we got missing color, logic puzzle, jigsaw puzzle, gumball drop 18, color codes, safe cracker. We have something else size wise. Some interesting legend puzzle, and color confusion. So that's some interesting puzzle names. I have to read up on how they all work. And the puzzle spinner head thing? I see this marking denoting the solution side. And it kind of works like a codex, if you're familiar with those. Or a combination lock. Interesting. Very interesting. This seems like it would be fun. The pieces do seem like they rattle a little bit. And I can look, like when I'm looking at the bottom, the pieces kind of hang off a little bit. So they're not quite as like tight on the thing. Then of course they tell you got a little sticker to indicate the solution. Anyway, that has been unboxing of Headspin. Let's move on to Fenix, the last one. Oh. Is there anything else in here? Nope. Looks like there's something else that would go in there, but nope. I don't see anything. last but not least is Fenix. This is by Fred Horn, of course, 2 players. This says 20 minutes, ages 8 to 99. Let's see if we can read a little bit while I unwrap it here. Let's see. The king is dead. Long live the king. It is a matter of life and death in the battle between the 2 kings. The generals and soldiers in Phoenix, you have not automatically lost the battle. If your king has been struck, the Phoenix is immortal. If he loses his life, he rises from the ashes once again, and cycles begins anew. What? And we have various languages down here. So let's start with, I believe, German, and it looks like it goes to page 4. So it looks like the rules are only 4 pages. Double check. 3 pages. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So yeah, the rules are only about 3 pages per language. That's not too bad. Let's see, we have this board here, and I'm looking at it double-sided. We have this side, and we have this side. It seems the only difference is this grid being like a white versus a black, more defined on this side. I don't know. Maybe there's a purpose. Maybe there's a purpose. And the player pieces. There's not much in this box, but these player pieces are very nice. They're not like a cheap plastic, they're like acrylic. We have the black ones, and we also have the red ones. But as you can see, they both have a phoenix. They're inverse of each other, which is pretty cool, and I really like the fact that they seem to be a heavy acrylic opposed to a lighter plastic. That's pretty cool. And of course we have a phoenix for box art, which is cool. See, I'm pronouncing it Fenix, but it's probably Phoenix. But I feel like isn't it Phoenix spelled with a PH? I don't know. Anyway, that has been an unboxing of 4 2-player games. Phoenix, Headspin, Iliad, and Lacuna. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below. Have you played any of these 2-player games? Let me know. And we'll see you next one. Bye for now.